This is Colin Dixon with nScreen Media, and I'm speaking with Mark Beard of Planetcast. He is Senior Vice President of International. Mark, welcome.
Hi, Colin. Nice to speak to you.
Now, you've got some really exciting news, but before we get to that, why don't you tell us a little bit about Planetcast? Because I've got a feeling a lot of people won't have heard of you.
Well, yeah, and I hadn't heard of them about a year ago either. They're one of India's best kept secrets, I suppose. They're a very large media organization in India. They're the largest broadcast services provider in Asia, probably. They've got facilities all over India. They've also got teleport and facilities in Singapore. They are, 1,100 people strong, and they are delivering 300 odd channels on Playout and another 300 channels out on satellite distribution. It's quite extraordinary that for a company that size, it hasn't really branched out before now to the international market.
Right, but you are fixing that, right?
Yes, that's my job, yes. So, yes, I've been brought on board to really look at what Planetcast have done in India, what differentiates them, and take that out to the rest of the market. And of course, that's also supported by the fact that a few years ago, Apollo, who have recently bought Verizon, as you probably know, Apollo Capital are also a majority owner of Planetcast. So we're looking to really take this out and take the Planetcast name and service out to the rest of the market.
Right. Yeah. So that's absolutely right. So let's talk a little bit about that. You've had some pretty big clients in the Indian market. So can you talk to us a little bit about those?
Yeah, so and long-standing big clients as well. So one of the differentiators that I loved was the fact that what we are providing is for all tiers, tier 1, 2, 3, 4 in terms of broadcasters. And the tier 1s, we are a long-standing partner with the likes of Amazon and Star, Viacom, Disney, for all their offerings out in the Indian market.
Very good. So talk to us a little bit about the features that you're bringing with you. Obviously you have media asset management, which is a very big part of your offering. Tell us a little bit about that and some of the other things that you bring to the market.
Well, when I first started, Colin, I actually sat down with the technical guys and we did a gap analysis. I was keen to really understand the breadth of what they do in India. And we started all the way from production on the left-hand side through to distribution and ad tech on the right-hand side. And what blew me away was the fact that, except for maybe a couple of verticals, things like, set-top boxes and TV manufacturing and so on, they are basically touching every vertical from production. They've got production studios in Mumbai and other places, all the way through to distribution. So the breadth of their offering is enormous. We can't take that all out to the market at once. And so we're centering on the core areas of Playout, media asset management, and then soon to come OTT provision as well.
Very good. So let's talk a little bit about the Playout. And that's a particularly interesting area. One of the things that people are trying to do now is to centralize their Playout in the cloud. And that is one of the things that you're focused on delivering, right?
Yeah. So look, there's some really big differentiators with Planetcast. One is they own 98% of all their own IP. That's a huge advantage when you own your own technology. You're not paying vendors or anybody else. We own that. We've developed it. It's under constant development. And I think I mentioned before, huge amount of resources in software engineering back in Delhi and Mumbai. The second piece is that this has been, this isn't new. This has been working for Starcom and Star as tier 1s. And there aren't many cloud-based Playout services in the market outside of India that are delivering dynamic programming such as Viacom. The IPL, the cricket, I've always been taught by the technicians, cricket is probably the toughest thing for someone to play out because it's so dynamic and so reactive. And we're doing that now with a cloud-based system. So if I can take that heritage and that technology and bring it out to the rest of the market, I think we've got a good chance of creating some noise.
Yeah, and so talk about some of the advantages of doing Playout from the cloud. Why should people come to Planetcast to switch to a cloud-based Playout system?
Well, the first thing from a commercial point of view is that we are both, which is fairly unique, we're both a vendor and a service provider. And, we go through cycles in the world of insourcing and outsourcing. Well, we're hoping to capture both markets. So that's the first big piece on that. The second piece is really the cloud-based system allows us to be very light in integration. It's sitting up there. We've tried to make it as easy for third parties to integrate. We've got a raft of partners, specialist partners who provide extra services on top of the core bundle. And from a potential client point of view, very easy to integrate and to launch onto our services. It's always been a big problem. Why would I leave my incumbent and go through the hell of new integration with a new provider? Well, we've recognized that, and we're trying to make that as simple as possible.
So this of course is all available today, and they can, if people want to find out a lot more, they can see you at NAB, right?
Well, yeah, we would have loved to have launched at IBC, but that wasn't to be, unfortunately, and I was very disappointed in that, having been a veteran of many years at IBC, missing it for that. So we're launching at NAB. And, we realized that there will be a different audience at NAB. It won't be such an international audience, but we are very focused on launching into North and South America. We've got a really good vice president of sales out there, a guy called Paul Kozak, who will be taking that to the market. So, yeah, we're really excited in getting the message out there for the first time.
Very good. And they can find you in the West Hall, right?
Yeah, the West Hall. We're right in the middle. We've lucked out in our position. I think we're right in the middle, close to colleagues like in Verizon and others, as well as some of our competitors. But yeah, we're right in the middle of it. We've got a very colourful stand, as you would expect from an Indian company. And you'll find us there, with our colleagues.
Very good, very good. So people can catch you there. That's great. So this has been fascinating discussion, Mark. Thanks so much for spending time with us.
No, it's been a delight, and thank you. It's great at last to be able to get this message out. We'd love to have done it some months ago, and It's great to be thinking about going to Las Vegas and meeting up with everybody again. So I look forward to seeing you and everybody else there.
I will be there. Mark, thanks so much.
My pleasure. Thank you, Colin.
This has been Colin Dixon with nScreenNoise.